everybody. It's Rosalind here. I'm back. I am a traveling piano teacher. I'm a recording artist. I'm a professional musician. I'm a blogger, and now I'm a content creator. So, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about teaching piano to a 4-year-old. I don't have a PhD in piano pedagogy. I don't have a master's degree in piano pedagogy. I don't have a undergrad in piano pedagogy. But you know what I have? An imagination. I have an imagination. And if you have an imagination, that's going to get you way, way, way ahead of the game when you're teaching 4-year-olds. Because that's the whole world. It's a whole land for them if you're going to start teaching young children. Most of my students are under 7. They're under 7. 6, 5, 4. I have a few 4-year-olds. I have a set of 6-year-old twins. Oh my goodness, they're so lovely. Yeah. So anyway, what I wanted to tell you today and want to impart to you today is when you come into the room, into the world of a 4-year-old, and you're trying to get their attention, keep them engaged, keep them from not running off to their moms, because remember, I'm in the home. So this is I'm on their turf. And to keep them from just getting up from the piano and just running off to do whatever, or just wandering off or looking off, like a lot of 4-year-olds do, you need equipment. So I would say the first thing you do when you walk into the room is be very, very glad to see them. Be excited. Be really excited to see them. And I'm going to sound a little silly when I'm talking to you now because I'm just going to, it's not real, but you can use these techniques to help you get through the lesson. And I'm wearing my glasses because this is how I look when I'm teaching piano, so I can see the music and see everything. I wear something casual, something fun, preferably a brighter color, and something not to show a cleavage. Yes, because that's important too, because you know who I have a lot in these lessons greeting me at the door? Dads. And you know what dads are? Dads are men. Okay? So kind of keep that in mind. None of this, okay? All right. So anyway, the first thing you want to do is be very, very glad to see them. Oh, hi, John. I'm so glad to see you today. Hi, John. Are you ready for your piano lesson? Just pretend like something like you're at an amusement park or something. It has to be big for them and wanting them to really come and do whatever this thing is today that we're going to do. It cannot feel like something to do. It has to feel like an adventure, an experience. They have to have a piano experience, not a piano lesson, right? So I don't open the book. I have them open the book and I say to them, okay, get your piano book out and show me, what did you practice this week? Did you practice your piano this week? Usually the answer is half the time it's no. Half the time it's no, and half of the time it's yes. So depending on what they say to me, if they say, yes, I practiced. And I said, show me what you practiced. So I have them find the page, because what I want to, even if they don't do it, what I want them to do is get into the habit. You're trying to develop a habit. So develop a habit of walking to the piano, opening their piano book, and putting it on the console and practicing themselves. Whatever you can impart to them, any kind of independence you can impart to them is very good, and the parents are very grateful to you for this, because they don't want to spend time, or they don't know how. They don't have the knowledge to spend time teaching them, helping them with their piano. So whatever you can teach them to do independently is great. So they open the book, they turn to the page, and I say, okay, I'm going to be invisible. I'm not here. You can pretend, something fell over, sorry about that. You can pretend I am not here, I am out, I'm at my house, and you're here by yourself. What are you going to practice? Show me what you do. Now remember, I'm invisible. I'm invisible, right? You cannot see me. And all this engagement and these voices and these different inflections in your voice brings them smiles, brings them intrigue, brings them they're not bored. It's not some boring someone sitting and talking. What did you practice today? Okay, Johnny, let me see what you practiced. Oh, okay. Oh, that's very good. That is not going to work. You have to be animated. You have to be a character. You are a character in their world. You're a character. You're a character. Okay? So then they show me what they practiced, and they don't. Some 4-year-olds have more mobility in their fingers than others do. So depending on what their level of mobility is, you maybe go up the scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You go up the scale and down the scale with them just to get them back on the piano in case they have not been on the piano since you left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow. That's really good. You're going up the ladder. So good. That's going up the ladder, down the ladder. Up the ladder, down the ladder. So now we have a win. We have oh, you did so well. We have a sense of accomplishment, a sense of achievement. You want to get these little wins very early in the game. Okay, very good. Remember, 4-year-olds have to be able to count to 4 and know the alphabet up to G, which so many of them know how to do that anyway. And now, if you just can't, things are going awry, and sometimes if they're hungry, if they're sleepy, if they're tired, it's very difficult to compete with that. So I would say I'm kind of jumping around a bit. Sorry. When you schedule your lessons with the parents, please try to make sure it is not at a time when they're nap time, or if they're sleepy, if they just had a 10-hour day or something like that, because you're just not going to win. They're going to be cranky. They're going to be irritable. And you're not going to be very successful. Chances are you're not going to be able to be successful. Sometimes I can turn things around with that. So you want to get those little wins up in the very beginning. Now, I will tell you, somebody who has saved me. This little guy right here. Guys, I know he's a mass of plastic or whatever, but this guy, in my eyes, is a real person. This is how you have to treat him. He is a real person. I had one of my students name him, and his name is Munge. I don't know where that came from. I don't know what it means. Munge. So this is Munge. Munge is absolutely real. This is a Gijitsu dinosaur. G-I-T-Z-O-O. It's a whole world of these things. Now, they're not cheap. They are not cheap. But when I tell you, they will get you through a piano lesson with a 4, 5-year-old, 6-year-old. Even they act just as a diversion. Just if you run out of things, if you run out of something or whatever, and this guy is sitting on the piano and he always comes out. He's the good one. He's my good one. He's a good one. I know. Listen, don't judge me, okay? But I have to treat them like they're real so that when I present them with the students, they will believe that they're real, which they halfway believe anyway. But if you treat them like they're real, this is a real living thing. All right? And this guy is really special because he can open his mouth. You can open and you can pretend to put maybe a note when I'm trying to teach them a note, a middle C or a D or something, and they make a mistake or something. I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. Let's chomp that mistake. That was a bad mistake. Oops, we made a little mistake. Oops. Munge is going to eat the mistake for us, so we won't make that mistake ever again. Right? Really, these things work. Now, another important thing about this guy is, they squish, and they have, these things are so good. I'm telling you. They love to squeeze them. They're squishy, and they have those, I don't know what this stuff is, but it's little balls in there and, goo and whatever. They love to squeeze and squish them. This one is special because inside of him, he has one little yellow skull that I can never find it. I can never find it. But you squeeze and squeeze until he's in there somewhere. It's one tiny little ball, and it looks like a skull, and it's yellow. And we say, oh, can you find the skull today? Are you going to be able to find the skull today? Sometimes he's hiding. Sometimes Munch hides the skull, and you can't find it. Which right now I can't find it. I don't know where it is, but it's in there somewhere. It's only one. Yeah, see, I can't find it. And when I can't find it, I say, well, he doesn't show it to adults. He only shows it to kids. So, and I don't know. I mean, this is not true. But the kids can always find the skull. I don't know. I don't know how they do it, but I wish I could find it to show it to you. But it's just a little yellow skull. A little yellow tiny skull. Which you keep squeezing and changing the shape, you can kind of look for them. Oh, there it is. Can you see that in there? You see that little yellow thing there? That's the skull we're looking for. It's a treasure hunt. It's a little treasure hunt. This thing has saved me so many times. I usually do it kind of at the beginning because they ask me, did you bring any friends today? And I go, well, I have like 18 of these different kinds of things, different kinds of toys. And they ask for them every week. Did you bring any friends today? I go, yeah, I got some friends today that I brought. Who's here today? Oh, Munch is here. Munch is always here. They'll take this, and we'll spend 2 or 3 minutes, finding the skull or talking to Munch. And here's the other guy. Here's the other guy. This guy. This one is first because he has the skull inside and he's squishing to squeeze. This guy, I never heard of this guy, but apparently he is extremely popular. This is Sonic the Hedgehog. He has a movie, and I don't have children, so I don't know these things, but of course the kids know them. Now he's different. He's not a Genjutsu. He's just kind of a stretcher. He can stretch, and they hold it and they stretch. Oh, look at that. Look how much he can stretch. Oh, look how much he can stretch. They stick their finger in his eye and squish him up. I mean, they really kind of dog this guy out. But I like this guy. I like the colors, and the kids really, really love him. As I collected them, I found out who was popular, who they really liked, and I have this one, and I have this. Like I said, I have 18 of them. I will introduce them slowly. I'll show you some more of them later on in another episode of my teaching lesson. But I wanted to show you these two. If you have just these two things, really, if you just have this one thing, I think he was $25 or something, or $20. I don't know. And I think this one is like 15 or 20. I have like 18 or 20 of these things. They make my life so much easier. Imagination. These are tools. Now, and I put them in the corner of the piano. I just set them in the corner of the piano, and they watch the lesson. This is their audience. This is just a little bit of an introduction to being watched or performing for somebody. So it will help you out when you have a recital. They're already used to somebody watching them. It's a little baby thing, but these little steps are very important. They're helpful. They're very helpful. So I put them in the corner, and they watch the piano lesson. Yeah, they watch the piano lesson. And sometimes when I'm in the middle of the lesson, I'll just go, all right, Munch, please be quiet. Please be quiet. You promised you would not disrupt the lesson today. That's what you promised me. Now, why are you misbehaving? Are you going to be able to have the control to sit and watch the lesson and not speak? And I'll nod his head like that. You see my finger moving his head. They don't see the finger. They don't see the finger. All right, Munch. Are you sure you're going to behave? Then I'll make him shy down like that. Okay. All right, I didn't mean to yell you. Don't get upset. Let's get our happy face back on. All right? Okay. Now I'm going to put you back down. You're going to be good, or you're going to have to go back in my bed. You're going to be good? Really? I'm telling you. Now, what you just did was you just made a little movie for the kids. They love it. This will help you. I'm telling you. This is your lesson for today. Get yourself a couple of these Gajitsu things, these squishy toys. They have to be squishy so they can interact with them. I never bought just a plastic toy, but these are just so they travel well. They squish down in your bag, or whatever. And you can put them in your studio, whatever. If you have a retail piano teaching store, and you just put them there, and they just sit, and these are your help. This is your help. These are your aids. Be kind to them, love them, treat them with care, and they will save your life during a piano lesson with a 4-year-old. See you next time.